all right. Good day, good day, good day. Peace and blessings. Shalom. Grand Rising. Hope all is well today. Set you up. Be motivated. Getting ready to start y'all's day off or already up. Starting your day. Whichever one's first. Want to come in, tap in for a minute. No, I haven't been on as active on have been active as I know I could be, should be. And I pray that everybody doing good though. That y'all staying focused out there. How's everybody doing? Don't forget when you come in, if you don't mind, please tap that screen for me 2 times for me. Put my charger up in there, y'all. Alright. Tap that screen for me if y'all don't mind. I really appreciate that. About to get rolling. Y'all come in, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Man, what have you Send McGee off grid, man, what have you been? Good sir. 10-4 crew in the building. Where you're taught how to get it with the bare essentials. Absolutely, McGee. McGee, appreciate you stopping in there, brother. If you can hear me, clear. I don't know if you can hear me with my headphones on or my headphones off. But give me a 9 if you can hear me. Give me a 9 if you can hear me. Okay, yes sir. Absolutely. Appreciate that, McGee. I'm about to head over to okay, cool. All right. Hey, I appreciate y'all stopping in, checking me out. Like I said, y'all coming to the room, hit that like for me. I appreciate that. That'll help. Help the algorithm, all that. I don't know how that stuff actually works. All right, nice. Okay, I appreciate that. How's everybody? Before we get started, before I start on my tangent and whatnot, how's everybody doing? Let me know how y'all doing. My seatbelt on. Well, for safety. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling out there? Hope y'all doing well. I'm on my new adventure, so if y'all stick with me all the way through, I got about an hour ride. I may be on here for a whole hour chopping up with y'all, but let y'all see what I'm getting into or have been into. You know what? I gotta pull over for a second. Gotta get my water. So let me pull over for a second. Grab this water. If y'all can still hear me, y'all still rocking with me. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Y'all up? Y'all getting situated? Y'all up? Y'all getting situated? I'm heading, like I said, I'm heading to Chi-Town. Heading to Chi-Town. For those that haven't been in Chi-Town, then guess what? You're going with me today. You're going along with me today. And yeah. Oh man, it's been a journey, y'all. It's been a journey, and I welcome the journey that I'm on.
In 1/4 mile, turn left.
Cause it's it's a change. Ain't nothing wrong with nothing wrong with a change. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with change. Change is sometimes good. You know, because you learn a lot along the way when it's change comes in. You know. Let me see. Are you serial?
Turn
I don't
left.
know what you're talking about over there. Muriel's. McGee Shad. Man, I'm up in PA trying to get JB Hunt to give me the right numbers. Oh, JB. Hey, man, JB Hunt, man. Hey, McGee, how long you been driving, man? How long you been driving? And, you know, I may have a hookup for you, brother. I may have a hookup for you if you may, you know, interested or whatnot. Yeah, I may have a hookup for you, and I will show you all a little bit what I have going on. I'm not going to mention the company at the moment, you know. But yeah, McGee, let me know how many years you got. You know, he said 07. Okay. You got what all experience that you got, McGee? What experience that you got? You know, you got flatbed, dry van, reefer, step deck, oversized load. You know, you haul oversized load, tanker, doubles, triples. You know what I mean? You know, you have your experience in any of that? You know, if so, I probably can, you know, let me know. Let me see what you got going on. I probably can put you on with something, man. You know, turn you on to something if you're interested in, you know, a certain amount of pay and stuff like that. We can discuss that, you know, further.
Continue on route.
Some people do the craziest thing, man. What's the purpose of you doing all of that? You know, just let me know what it is that you may be interested in doing. See, only dry and reefer. Okay, only dry and reefer. Okay. Hey, if you're trying to step the game up, McGee, and if you're trying to step the game up, I can put you on with something, man. Put you on with something. You're trying to do flatbed, you know. If you got, I'm supposed to fix that right there. And this is something that's just popped up on my GPS. It's an edge, you know. What I'm saying, I'm gonna, but this thing is not even accurate. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see what you got going on. Let's see. Dry fan. Rail container. Okay, you put rail containers too. Yeah, I did them rail containers as well. You know, and you know, it was something. I didn't, you know, you got to get your twit card. I didn't like going into the rail yards, you know, because you be in there all day sometime. Then you have to find the chassis. You know, find the chassis, and sometimes the chassis is messed up. You know, the chassis is messed up, and tires is flat on them sometimes. You know, it's a whole process when you're going into the rail yards. Like I said, you know, if you get a good lane, the rail yards your pay is pretty good. You know, but it's the fact that you got to have the chassis, you got to pull the chassis, you got to keep the chassis and stuff, hide them sometimes, you know, stuff like that. You know, I don't understand this thing right here. Hey, you know, I hit a bird. Why does it keep doing that? I gotta take that off. I gotta take that off. And it's, you know, and it's doing that, and I'm nowhere near the side of the road. In the middle of it, it just doesn't. I don't know. It frustrates me when I hear noise, you know, and it causes me to be distracted. You know what I mean? It causes me to look up and stuff like that. You know, and you know what's going on with that. You know. So yeah, but yeah, I hit a bird the other day. And I didn't think I hit the bird. I don't know if it was a young bird, old bird, or whatever it was. And I know I went to go look. I went to go look for the bird, right? And I was like, I didn't hit it. And then I was walking around my truck, did it, doing a pre-trip. I think that was a post-trip. And I don't know what's going on with this. This thing got to go. Why does it do this? Does it do it when cars come by? Because I'm in the middle of the road on my lane. No, a car just went by. It didn't do it. I mean, I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding that part. But I know when I get to my destination, see what I'm saying? Ain't no cars coming by, and it doesn't. And I'm not gonna allow myself to be distracted by it, overly distracted by it. And this is the thing. I thought I turned all that stuff off, but evidently it's on there. So y'all gonna hear all different types of noises. And this is a distant alert, and I thought that I took that all the way off. So one thing with these newer trucks, and that's one thing I do not like, and I won't get into the topic of discussion as well. What I actually got on here, I'm just rambling about different things at the moment, to enlighten y'all what y'all may have to deal with, as far as your new drivers, what y'all may have to deal with, coming into the game, so y'all make sure that y'all listen, y'all tune in, check me out, check out other content creators as well, because we have a whole list of different things. That one thing in this game right here, driving trucks, I don't care what outfit that you're driving, those that's not familiar with the lingo, meaning outfits, mean your truck and your trailer combination. It's a combination of the two. Whether you pulling a Pete, Volvo, KW, International, whatever model of truck that you're pulling with a trailer. I don't care if it's a flatbed, if it's a tanker, reefer, dry van, whatever it may be. That's the combination. That's the outfit I'm referring to. So y'all make note of that, okay? Y'all might hear different drivers mention, a different terminology for the combination of the two. But just know when the off-grid trucker, speak about the outfit, what I'm referring to. And the truck that's coming up on my left, these are doubles. I don't know if you continue just watching on my left side, when you watching it, and maybe on my right side, where you see the truck coming by. Keep watching that. That's a Dominion trailer, and they pull hazmat. Keep watching it. They pull hazmat, and hazmat is something good. You know what I mean? Because a lot of stuff that has hazmat, that's not really explosive, corrosion, bombs, stuff, anything like that. You know what I mean? So when they say hazmat, if you have enough, if your quantity is a certain amount, it may require hazmat. Like if you have some dish detergent, washing powders, anything like that, it can be considered hazmat. Explosives and stuff like that. But I would advise y'all who may be interested or looking into obtaining your CDLs. Now there's a caveat to that. I wouldn't. Now, how would I go about obtaining my CDLs? Is different. That is just my opinion. But if you're looking to get your CDLs, I would advise y'all to, get your endorsements. What I mean by endorsements? Well, endorsements is like different different things which you can add onto your license, your CDLs, that give you the ability to pull and haul different freight. For example, you don't need an endorsement to drive flatbed, van trailers, reefer trailers, none of that. You don't need an endorsement. That's just regular CDLs. That's all you need, regular CDLs for that. Class A's, let me say that, Class A's, not B's. Class A's is air brakes. You know what I mean? Air brakes is included in that. So you need air brakes to drive a commercial vehicle like I'm driving right now. Or the ones that you pass, 18-wheeler things that require air brakes, you need Class A's. Okay, Class B's, dump trucks, you make it drive buses, stuff like that with Class B's. But to get your endorsements, like doubles, triples, tankers, and hazmat, that's an endorsement. Bicycle, riding a motorcycle, that's another endorsement. So you want to get all the endorsements that you can get. You know what I mean? Study for when you take any CDLs, because I advise you, again, when you get your CDLs, study the tests, study for doubles, triple, tankers, hazmat, do it all at once, because you don't want to have to wait, and every time you turn around you want to get an endorsement. Now that's going to have to be a change on your CDLs. So now that you have to get the paper, you're going to get the paper and all that stuff. Like before, when I got my CDLs, you got your CDLs plastic form right then and there at the BMV, DMV, depends where you at, the motor vehicle place. Okay, because a lot of people have DMV's department, some people have Bureau of Motor Vehicles, BMVs. You know what I mean? So it depends where you at. Terminal, but I'm just gonna say the motor vehicles place. Make sure that you go there, you get your book, and also there's an app. There's apps out there too that you can go take your practice test on, stuff like that. Keep taking the test until you get 100. That's what I suggest you to do. Just keep taking the test until you get 100%, and that is sketched in your mind, in your brain. You know what I mean, as far as what it is that you need to remember, and a lot of stuff is really common sense, and it's multiple choice, as far as your test is concerned. Don't be discouraged when you go to get your CDLs. Now, what I say is a caveat to that. Now, me, I've been in the game out here on these highways and byways for over 25 years. I ain't gonna say beautiful, because there was ups and there was downs, but it enabled me to be able to provide and do things that need to be done. Say that, okay? So all depends on one's financial, needs. Everybody's financial needs ain't the same, right? So this, you can provide some good income, but here's the thing with that as well. You ain't gonna be home as much as you think that you're going to be home. And if you're the type of person that needs to be up under your husband, under your wife, and not, sacrificing and getting out here and getting things done, this may not be for you. If you're the type of person who got to take a shower every day, which you can take a shower every day out here, but it may not be the comfort of your home. You're gonna have to go to like a truck stop and go in one of them showers. If you watch one of my previous videos, I showed y'all what the showers, they ain't all look like this. Now there's certain truck stops that is better than others. I'll go into that another time. Maybe I do like a comparison of the showers, the truck stops. But y'all just remind me, okay? But so if you're the type of person who don't like being up in the office, and you need that freedom, this is the job for you. If you don't want someone that's micromanaging you, this is a job for you. If you have tolerance of being able just to sleep and a cab, you know, and do your due diligence in a cab, meaning that a truck, you know, far as simply like in a bump type form, this is for you, you know. If you don't need a lot of room and stuff, and they be moving around like in your apartment or in your house or whatnot, hey, this is a job for you, you know. So I just advise y'all to do your further research. If y'all have any questions, any concerns, any comments, you know, regarding, you know, trucking, then I'm the guy. You know, I'm the guy. Like I said, I have over 25 years experience. I have driven doubles, triple tankers. I did hazmat. I did dump trucks. I have drove no buses. You know, I haven't drove any buses because you got to have passenger endorsements for that. That's another thing. It's, you know, if you want to drive buses, you need a passenger endorsement. You know, to where, you know, you got to know when to stop at railroad tracks and how far away you need to stop and how far away you need to put your, you know, your signals on, you know, to let people know behind you that you're stopping and all these other things, you know what I'm saying? But that's for you to do your study and your research regarding to that, you know. But other than that, you know, I've driven let me see, trash trucks, 53-foot trash trucks. You know, I drove the front loaders. I drove trash trucks, the rear loaders. No, my fault. I haven't driven the front loaders. There ain't nothing to it. 2 forks, go in, lift up, dump it. I did the rear loader. You know what I mean? To where it's like me and two other guys, or just me and another guy get right on the back. I drove, you know, to various residential properties and empty trashes, you know, waste and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I did a little bit of everything, man. You know what I mean? Oversized loads. I did a couple oversized loads, you know, that require that you get come on now. You had to get permits. You know what I mean? So I did that as well. You know, so I'm gonna show you. I ain't gonna do a spoiler alert on what I'm driving. I don't know if you probably watched my last video. Maybe not my last video, but the video before that. You know, I kind of showed you a little bit of what I'm doing. So when I get to my destination, I'm gonna show you. Remember, I was mentioning to y'all before, as far I'm gonna be embarking on a new mission, you know, to where I'm able to get to the homestead, you know, or to the land, to my property, you know, more so because hey, things is picking up, y'all. I know I mentioned it on my last video. Things are really turning up. Things are picking up, and this is a great segment into what I'm going to speak on right now. You know, and I want some interaction for those that's on here, maybe watching, those that's in the bushes watching, listening, or whatnot. You know, I would like y'all's thoughts. I'd like to have, you know, y'all's feedbacks, y'all opinions. You know, because I'm not always right. I'm not, and I'll be the first to admit it. You know, and if I'm in error, please, you know, correct me with the right wisdom. Okay? So, as I was saying, things are heating up out here. As you watch the news and we see what's going on, you know, man, we're about to be at war. You know, we're like this close. We are a hair away from things happening. And if y'all know who we are going to war with, you don't got to put it in the chat. You know, but we're going to war with another country that has a lot to do with our daily essentials. Let me say that. Why I say daily essentials? Because what moves, what able to, you know, move transportation is fuel. There's gas and there's oil. Okay? There's gas, you need gas and you need oil in your vehicle in order to move. And when the price of that gets so high. It's so high. Now, you may be able to afford $5 a gallon. You may be able to afford maybe 6 gallons. $6 a gallon. Maybe $7 a gallon. But when that thing gets up to $9, $10, $11, $12 a gallon for fuel, a lot of things going to shut down. A lot of things going to stop moving. And so by that being said, there's food is not going to be getting to the stores. Come on now, think about this. So if y'all haven't stockpiled, if y'all been up under a rock, even though we're expecting for the Gov to announce, hey, y'all go ahead and stockpile just in case we go to war, we go to battle, with another entity. We want to make sure that our citizens have food. If y'all got room, y'all need to go ahead and plant some greens, some collards, some kale, something that can grow fast and that can feed your family for a while. Grow some potatoes, some sweet potatoes. You want to throw some seasonings, throw some herbs and stuff like that. This is the time to do it right now. Why it's spring, summer, and some places it's summer all year round, like Florida. Maybe St. Louis, somewhere in the coastal California, where you don't get no heavy chills, heavy cold. Man, I'm so tired of this darn system, man. So you can't expect them to come and rescue you. Well, ain't nobody coming. And I hate to say that. And if they come to control you. Y'all see these movies? And these movies ain't far away from reality. These movies is not far away from reality. Y'all remember, I don't know, y'all remember the Jetsons. I don't know how old y'all are, but I know your parents or whatnot, or elders may mention to y'all about the Jetsons. And if y'all have not seen the Jetsons, then I highly advise y'all to look at the Jetsons back then, and you see what the Jetsons and stuff was speaking about, what was happening back then with the Jetsons. Things was before its time. They had refrigerators, they had escalators. The escalators wasn't even around that you could stand on and move, like through the airports. Wasn't even around. What in the world? That car just did. The car went on the medium around another car. It's crazy. Anyway, that was before. That was in the 80s, y'all. They was doing that in the 80s. They had flying ships, saucers, or i.e. flying cars. Was they're trying to do that now? They have some pilot cars, that's flying right now. And so the Jetsons, like I said, it's not too far off on what we see today. So listen, if y'all haven't gotten y'all's rations together, y'all need to start looking into now, getting it together. Right now, getting it together. Right now, getting it together. Don't wait until prices are so high. Hey, those coming to the room, if y'all mind, hit that like button, tap the screen 2 times for me. I appreciate y'all. Don't allow when the prices get high, now you want to stockpile. When you got to go get a bag of rice, a bag of canned good, a can of beans may cost about $2. Right now, they may be some cents right now. They may be 50 cents, 75 cents right now. But when the hyperinflation hits, it's going to hit. It's going to hit hard. You know what I mean? It's gonna hit to the point to where you ain't gonna be able to afford a can of beans. You ain't gonna be able to afford a can of beans, y'all. So don't wait. If we see the things that's happening right now, don't wait until it's too late to want to go out there and try to get things done. You know, I mentioned on my video yesterday, if you know somebody like-minded, let me put it like that. Let me say that. Like-minded. Those that think like you. Those that believe in what you believe. Those that you may have, you know, be able to get along with. Someone that think that they're not mightier than you. You know what I mean? That someone that don't put you down, but yet put you right beside them. That's equal. You know what I mean? They may have some different gifts, different skill sets that you may not have, and that's okay, because the two can work together. You know, the scripture says that how can two walk together and they don't agree, right? So make sure that whoever it is that you decide to bring into your fold, to bring onto your land, you know, that they're like-mindedness, okay? Or if you go into their land, that they ain't trying to usurp authority over you to the point that they know they want to lord over you, okay? So y'all come together. I don't care if you know, if it's your wife that y'all having a disagreement with, if it's your husband that you're having a disagreement with, if it's your brother, if it's your sibling, if it's your aunts, your cousins, your nieces, your nephew, your grandmother, grandfather, it doesn't matter who they are. Right now is the time to put that to the side and focus on what's happening right now. Because what's happening right now,
exit right, then keep right.
What's happening right now is that it's unbelievable. Which, well, I ain't gonna say it's unbelievable because it speaks about it in the Word. It speaks about it in your Bible. It speaks about it in the Torah. It speaks about it in other books that I have read. It's been calling. People has been calling. People has been shouting from the rooftops. Get prepared. Get ready for what's to come. The scriptures, the word, the Bible says, be like the ant. Be as wise as the ant. What does the ant do? The ant stockpiles. The ants are ready all year round. They working. They working. They moving. They working. They moving and they working.
Exit right, then keep right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's something that we have to do. We look at nature around us. Nature is constantly, like the bees. Look at the bees. The bees is constantly stockpiling nectar, pollen, and they making honey, and they can survive all winter long off the honey that they stop. Also, only dry and reefer. Okay, only dry and reefer. We also pull roll containers. Okay, roll containers. Okay. I think I was about. I don't know if I did roll containers or not. I did so much, man. You know, but roll containers is good. You know, what about flatbed? You think about getting into flatbed work? You know, it's some work now. You know, get you out here. You know, may take you outside of your comfort zone. I'm not for sure. You know, McGee. But hey, let me know. You know, let me give a shout out to my tenfold crew in the building. You know, always coming through. You know, tenfold crew. Shout out to you. Shout out to my tenfold crew and all those that's in the room. All my family. You know, all the off-grid family in the building. Appreciate y'all for coming through, stopping through, sending a shout out, saying hey, saying what's up, how you doing? Appreciate all that. But yeah. So regardless on who the individual, where you going, they coming to your land, or you going to they land, or y'all purchasing some land together. Right now, as y'all listening to the sound of my voice, I suggest y'all once again to make a list of family members, of friends, acquaintances, associates, or whatever you may consider them to be, and see what kind of resources that they have and what kind of resources that you have, and how y'all can come together and
continue on route.
How y'all can come together and make this thing happen. Because you don't want to wait. Because let me tell you, I don't know if y'all ever been starved before, if y'all ever was hungry. I mean, hungry to the point to where you will almost shoot a bird out the sky and devour that bird. I mean hungry, starving, where your ribs is actually almost squeezing and touching each other, side to side. That's what it's gonna get. Then you waiting for the GOV to come and supply you with a care pack. When you have the ability right now to get your things together. Right now, before it's too late. Stack up some rice, some beans, some lentils, some flour, sugar. And a lot of these things I'm mentioning are bartering tools. You can barter from the food that I just mentioned. You can. And you should, wine, tampons, with all of that. They're the bartering things. I threw tampons, and they're called tampons. It's not just for women, but also if somebody gets shot, they can use them as a gauze to absorb, to make a blood clot in your arm or your leg or something like that if you got shot. So tampons comes in handy. And I'm not just saying that just to say that, but yeah, it's a bartering tool. Because a lot of people will store. Hey, I don't know if y'all remember, the last pandemic, whenever you couldn't even find toilet paper. You weren't able to find toilet paper. You weren't able to find tampons, and you weren't able to find tissue. Nose, as far as either one that bounty, the ones that you blow your nose coming to look, but you couldn't even find none of that. People was actually using, old clothes, cutting them up, using that to wipe their butt. It was that bad. A lot of people was hoarding toilet paper and everything else. Don't allow that to be you again. Or not saying you again, I'm just saying don't allow you to be in that situation to where it happens to you. Or if it happened to you before, don't let it happen again. You see what I'm saying? So you make sure that you get these things, you get these essentials, must needed essentials. You get your food together that's needed. And I've been talking about that for a while, y'all. I know I've been speaking on this at least about 8 years or more. 8 years or more. But now, they said the SHIT hit the fan. It's hit the fan. It's blowing in your face right now. It's blowing in your face. It's blowing in my face. Now, I have to ask myself, am I ready? Do I got the things that I need? No, I don't. I don't have everything that I need. And I don't think we will have everything that we need. But do we got the bare essentials? I think I have that. Do you got seeds and a place to plant it? don't got to worry about the water and the watering, the water and the seeds, because the Most High gonna take care of that. He gonna make sure that he gonna water his garden. You make sure that you have the spiritual, the mental fortitude. So when these things happen, that you're able to look at it in a spiritual aspect, and you be able to be mentally and emotionally grounded. So you won't be wavered, you won't be shooken, or moved by when these things happen. Yeah, you may think the stores where I'm at, shelves is full. That don't mean, you know, how much storage and stockage do they have before the shelves is empty? Because you know, a lot of these big stores, big box stores, they only have warehouses. They have warehouses where they stockpile, you know, food and all these other things at. So that don't mean that it'll last for a long period of time. But here's the thing: when transportation stops, when oil stops or fuel stops coming into the country, how long you think these truckers are going to be able to ride on a tank of fuel, or afford, these independent contractors afford the fuel prices? How much longer? How much longer is the reserves going to be out as far as here, where they have reserves stocked up in places? How long is it going to last? Do you know? I don't know. Maybe days. I ain't going to say weeks. I'm not going to say months. I'm going to say days. I was going to say hours. But days. You're going to see so many signs coming up around your neighborhoods. Out with the, or either going to say out of fuel, or you ain't going to see no amount for the fuel, diesel or gas, or you're going to see nothing but yellow bags on all the pumps. You're like, man, I need some fuel. Then you're going to go down here and go to the next gas station. Oh, there's a gas station down there. You're going to go down there. You're going to hear word on the news or somewhere like that where there's a gas station that's available. When you get there, it's going to be a line all the way around the block. By the time you get there to fill up, they may have a limit. They may say only gas cans allowed. You got a gas can? I mean, man, it could get so wild, so bizarre, so out of hand, to where, and the way I'm probably putting it, it sounds a little scary, but I want it to be scary. So I'm trying to scare y'all into action, to doing, to be motivated, to be encouraged, and not to get discouraged and say, oh, well, it is what it is. But if you got family, man, you're giving up on them. And women, if you don't have a man, if you don't have a covering that's making these moves, that's getting things prepared, you're putting yourself in deaf hands. I don't know how much that you may love your husband, but it's his responsibility to get out there and get these things. He got to have a vision. He got to have a plan. And damn it, if he say that this is the plan, then guess what? I advise you to listen. I advise you to be on board. And for men who don't understand, don't know what's going on, never picked up a damn shovel or axe pick or a hoe, or don't know how to build nothing, then I advise you to humble yourself. Submit yourself to the will of another man. Allow him to show you. Put your pride to the side. In all humility. In order for you to survive, you and your family. Because you have the opportunity, you have still the opportunity to learn something. Pick up a book. you're on YouTube, you're on these social media platforms, use it to your advantage, not disadvantage, and learn and read about foolishness. And that's not, how's that going to benefit you? How's that going to benefit your family? How's that going to benefit your children when they say, Daddy, I'm hungry? And they sitting there crying. You got baby, there's no baby formula. How are you going to be able to feed them? You haven't saved a seed, don't even know what a seed look like. You're going out there, we don't need no seed. We're getting GMO watermelon and GMO this and GMO that. Something that don't have a seed. So how can you plant something and expect something to grow from that? Because we've been so whitewashed. We've been miseducated. We've been misled to understand false doctrine. They want you to think, oh, you don't need no seeds. It's better because you won't get choked on these seeds. Come on, man. Think back when your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your great-grandmothers, for those who lived long enough or whatnot, those young YNs or whatever you call it, the generation now, their grandmothers and great-grandmothers and fathers probably about my age. I don't know if the young crew even watching, you know, my videos or whatever. But if they aren't watching, those that have them, I advise y'all to send this video to them. Or if they're in ear range, then turn it up a little bit. If it's on the television, turn it up a little bit. Let me speak to them for a second. If they don't listen to you, maybe they'll listen to the off-grid trucker. I've been there. As they say, I've been there. I've done that. I've been in the streets. So I know a little bit what I'm speaking on at this moment. I've been on the farm, but I'm from the city. I've been on the farm and I had to help my grandmother out there in the fields. I was on my knees planting the seeds while she was hoeing. And when I mean hoeing, I mean with a tool, not on the street. If y'all don't know what a hoe is, you need to look it up and see what one look like. And I ain't talking about a prostitute. For those who have that corrupt mindset and think that's what I'm referring to. My grandmother was out there in the field with her dress on, with a hoe in her hand, and she was raking and plowing the fields, and I was behind her, throwing the seeds in, or in front of her, throwing the seeds in. I learned how to dress a deer in the field. Couldn't learn this stuff in the city. I learned how to milk a cow. I learned how to catch a chicken. I learned if a chicken is brooding, how to lift her up, check the eggs, get the eggs from beneath her. I learned how to really to dissect, and not dissect, but really to identify a rooster from a hen at a young age. I learned how to shoot. I learned how to hunt. I learned how to take care and breed dogs. I learned how to ride a motorcycle and ride horses. I've learned how to build houses at a young age. I lived off grid. I pooped in buckets at a young age. So if you don't have the mindset to learn, if you don't have the mindset to the willingness to adapt, it's gonna put you in a state where you're gonna be broken. You're gonna have to renew your mind. You're gonna have to renew your mind. Those coming to the room, I appreciate y'all coming to the room. I appreciate y'all. And if y'all be so kindly, hit that like button. You know, going in or coming in, however it is, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have any questions and concerns, whatever, drop it down in the comment section. I see it, I'll get back to it. All right. But you gotta have a willingness to change your mind. You gotta have a willingness to adapt. A lot of things may not be, it's gonna be new to you. It's gonna look new, it's gonna sound new. But are you willing to exchange for change? Are you willing to give up a lot of things that you're so accustomed to, so you're so used to, you're so comfortable of having around you? You're so comfortable going to the wall and hitting that switch and lights come on, and going to the toilet and pushing that button to dispose of all your feces or urine or whatnot, instead of now in the Most High, His great creation, to give you the light. And what I mean by that is having solar panels. Y'all don't even know what solar panel is. You think it's something that the government or some company brings in to put into your house, and you can exchange that or transfer that energy into something else. You can't. Do your research. I ain't gonna go into it at the moment. You may have to may have to be so uncomfortable to be comfortable when you're urinating in a bucket, in a cup, but yet that urine is beneficial to your garden, but you don't know it. You're so used to flushing your feces down the toilet and don't know that feces can turn into compost and it can benefit your garden. You don't know that. Because why? We've been whitewashed to believe that it's harmful, it's bad for you. But they turn around and use the same thing that you do away with, and you go to the store and you want to put some pretty bushes or plants around your house, and you go out there and you buy soil. What do you think that's made of? You giving them money. You giving them money for free. Free money. What you think waste plants is for? What you think they do at waste plants? You think they put it on a cargo ship and they ship that somewhere else? They turn that to money, to profit. Look it up. Do your research. But we say, no, I don't wanna touch it. Oh, it smells. It smells bad. But you eat it. You go into these stores, and you know, a lot of these fields they spray manure. Either it's human manure, or it's cow manure, or horse manure, pig manure. It could be a combination of it all. And guess what the manure seeps through? The soil. And you turn and you eat it. We don't know. We don't know. I'm saying we, because me too, I'm included. But I know what could possibly be. I drive around this country and I see a lot of things. I smell a lot of things. And I see what's being grown in these fields. I see a lot of things that be growing in these fields, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all have compost, if y'all have feces, you know, y'all may want to think about these things. You talking about you want to live off grid? These are some of the things that you have to succumb to, that you have to endure. You really do. Because if you don't, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not going to be around too long. If you don't got any books about herbs that grow around you that can be beneficial, they got plants out there that maybe you may be stepping on or stepping over or just around you that can help with the toothache. You're like, oh man, I don't got no money to buy no darn Tylenol. My mouth is hurting, my tooth is hurting. But there's a toothache plant that's right there by you, but you don't know because you haven't been taught to identify it. nor are you willing to pick up a book to learn about it. But you quickly want to be on social media and all the drama and all of the chaos and all of the things that don't make any matter whatsoever. You got a headache, there's plants out there for it. You got a stomach infection, there's plants out there for it. You got inflammation build up, there's plants out there for it. Your eyes is giving you issues, there's plants out there for it. Where you think the prescriptions, the medications that you get, where you think they come from? They got to be a mother plant. And they broke it down, chopped it up, added this, added that to it to make it, to formulate it to a pill or capsule. But there's a plant out there, body wash. There's a plant out there that makes soap. Yeah, for real. There's edible plants out there that you can eat. There's living plants out there for a reason, for living, for you to consume, to live. But if you don't read, you don't study to show yourself approved, you will not know. And how you expect for your generation to come after you to know anything about these things if you don't be the first one, if you're the second generation, to teach it to them? Come on now. But you know, a lot of these children, they're so hard-headed, stiff-necked, just like our forefathers were. And a lot of us, I say us as far as adults, are the same way. That's why a lot of things happen to us, this generation. We lost the way. We lost the things of which our ancestors once had. We want to be so modern. We don't want to go dig nothing. We don't want to plant nothing. We don't want to grow nothing. Grow our own. Eat your own. Raise your own. Come up out of her, my people. And that's of the word. And what it means by coming up out of her, coming up out of the thinking, coming up out of the ways. Go back to the old ways. That's how we're going to survive this what's coming. The Great Depression, our ancestors was out there bartering and growing and eating good. They didn't know that anything was taking place. They didn't know. But those in the city did. Because they was affected by it. And those in the country, they had lanterns. For those that don't know what lanterns are, go look it up, go Google it. They got a little wick in it, a little fuel in it. You light that thing, carry it all around you. Carry it in the house, carry it outside. To light the path, light the way. Even the lanterns also kept you warm. You had enough of them. Candles, candle lighting.
In 1.5 miles.
In order to see what's around you in the rooms. See? But when you become so modern, technically, you'll lose all normalcy. You'll lose it. You'll lose it. Everybody want the big city. Everybody want to be in a rat race. A lot of people don't know how to fix a lawnmower. A lot of people don't know how to utilize their hands. A lot of people don't know how to build. They don't know how to build a damn raised bed. They don't know how to build a box to plant food in. Don't know how to build it. They want to go purchase it. Spend a lot of money on it, but you can just use the tree branches. I got a video on there. Go check it out. Go back on the playlist. I don't know the name of it, but I use tree branches though before. You don't got to be the prettiest thing. Oh man, come on. I hate this darn noise. I really do, man. I digress. My apologies, y'all. It frustrates me when I hear cars just go super slow in 55, you want to go 40. Man, anyway, like I said, I digress. But the thing
1
is,
mile,
y'all.
exit right, then keep right.
The thing is, are you ready? It's got all type of noise. This noise, that over there. But yeah, are you ready? Are you ready for a change? Because the change is coming. I've got to keep talking about that. I got to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep talking about it.
Exit right, then keep right.
Exit right. Okay. I had to make sure I'm going the right way, y'all. I said exit right. Exit 31. But yeah, we gotta make sure. Gotta make sure that things is right. Make sure that our children.
Keep right, then take ramp ahead.
Man.
Take ramp ahead, then exit right.
Yeah, well, one thing in Chicago, man, this Chicago traffic is something else. Y'all want to see it? Well, we out of it right now.
Exit right.
But there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on up in here. Okay, exit right. Get over here. They want you to exit, get back on. A Lamborghini. Got like Mark Cuban. Okay, Manheim Road. That bridge looks kind of show. But yeah, Manheim Road. But yeah. I just wanted to touch on that again, y'all.
In 3, keep left, then keep right.
You know, to y'all make sure y'all get yourself ready. Make sure that you prepare yourself, prepare your family. Let's see. Get around, let y'all see what's going on. Make sure y'all prepare y'all's family. Make sure that you get the essentials that you need, y'all.
Keep left, then keep right.
Get something. Get some seeds. Grow a garden in your backyard. If you know family members who has a little bit of land, talk to them. Get on their land. Get on their land.
Keep right.
Because I don't want y'all to that ain't it. Exit 17. Talk I do. About 11 minutes. Man, how's that croissant? Hey.
Continue
I'm gonna
on
hop off
route.
here and and I'll hop back on. But I just wanted to stop in for a minute. Y'all be blessed. Stay focused. Be aware. Keep prepping. An off-grid trucker. Peace. Blessings. Shalom.